Hi, cabin lover! If you like off-grid home, or you would like maybe to build one for yourself, this episode is for you today because we're visiting Ryan and he's gonna give us a tour of his house, showing us all the machine and what you need to be off-grid. Let's do it!
Hi, my name is Ryan and I live in this off-grid house. Been 4 years full-time now, so come take a tour. We're in Kazabazoua, Quebec, about an hour from the city of Gatineau, Ottawa. I bought this property 4 years ago. Is 8.5 acres. It's 700 feet long by 500 feet wide. And in the back there, it's 1,000 acres of crown land where you can hunt and do snowshoe activities like that. And other side, it's private property. A guy owns that. It's 1,000 acres. So there's basically no one around. So that's why I moved here. And here the road is 2 kilometers away from the municipal road. Like there's a kilometer that have people who lives on it, and me, I'm alone on my section. I have a small pond. It's a trout pond. I put trout in it and they survive because there's a creek going in and out. So I have maybe 500 trout in there that I can catch and eat if I want. So this house is powered by solar power. I have 3 panels of 320 watts. This is enough to power my house, and this generator is for backup power. When there's not enough sun, well, you turn it on and it's connected to an inverter charger. Well, it charges the battery while powering the house. And if an hour of the generator on, it will give you about 8 hours of power. Now it's winter time, so we heat this house by wood, mainly. Here is where I stash my wood for all the winter in my little wood shed. I can fit about 15 cords, but I use only 10. Now I have like 4.5 cord remaining. So I'll be good to finish the winter with that. Here in the living room, we have the main piece for winter is the wood stove. We can fit a lot of wood in it and it burns pretty well. I use only hardwood. I don't put scrap wood in it, so it's mainly beech wood and sugar maple. When I'm here, I like to run it all day, and sometimes the house is small, so it can get up to 28 degrees inside, so we have to open up the windows. The cabin is 24 by 24. It's 2 stories. I bought the place like this. It was already built, but I done some upgrade and some small renovation. I'm not finished to renovate. Maybe in 5 years I will be done. And here we have a Martin direct vent heater. And this we turn it on just when, let's say it's gonna be a pretty cold night. Let's say we won't get up to put wood in the stove. Well, we turn this on. Or let's say I go to work and I'll be back home later, and one fire in the morning is not enough to keep the place warm enough, then I turn it on. It's just a pilot that you push, and then it lights. And then you can choose you can put it on high, medium, and low. And what's nice about is when it reaches this temperature, it's gonna turn off and restart after. Brings you peace of mind whenever you don't want to wake up in the night to put wood or go away for 2 weeks on vacation. You can just put that and it will keep your cabin warm. It's connected to a 100-pound tank, and if you put it at minimum, it can last maybe a month. So it's not that bad. It's about $120 for a 100-pound tank. So in the winter time, I spend about $200 on propane to heat the place, and 900 of wood. So in the kitchen we have a propane stove and oven. It's us, we just slide it with the lighter and it works perfect. Now the fridge is propane too, works very well, and the only thing with this propane fridge is you need to clean them about once a year, the chimney, so it burns clean. And I have my monitors for the carbon monoxide. The sink has water from the surface well we have down outside, and it's perfect. We have the cold water and the hot water, and besides that it's a normal kitchen. Small, but we can cook and do whatever we need. So I bought this place from a guy. When I bought it, he was 80 years old, and he built this home with his own hands 20 years ago. He cut the trees in the forest, bring it with his tractor, and then he milled the wood, and it's like post and beam. Like the floors, the second floor is all beams with 1.5 inch tongue and groove planks, but the walls are all rough 2x6, real 2x6 with strapping inside and outside, so it's built pretty strong. I'm a framer, and I inspected the floors and up in the ceiling, the attic, and you can see that he did it pretty solid. So here in the toilet, the water works, everything works, and here we have the normal toilet. We don't need an RV toilet or a compost toilet because we have a normal septic system. And with our surface well, it has a big source, so we never run out of water. There's always about 5 feet of water in it. So plenty of water to function the toilet, the shower, and the sinks. So this is our charge controller. It monitors how much power goes in the battery. So now it's a sunny day. The battery are almost full, and it has a little gauge. It tells me how much sun gets in and how many amperes the batteries are getting charged with. So it's you always have to check on it. Sometimes when there's no sun, the little light on the battery will go orange, and there's an alarm will start. So it will tell you that you need to start your generator for an hour. It's a lot of things to check on, but when you get used to, like after 4 years, it gets easier by time. So here it's the little trap to go in the crawl space. Here I had to put a lot of love because it was very humid, and humidity is not good for the wood. So I had to seal it properly. So come on down there and have a look. So this under this vapor barrier is sand and the concrete blocks. I put spray foam on it to seal the place. Put a lot of work in this part of the house to make sure it doesn't rot and fell apart, you know. So we did it in time. Now it's perfect like that. We have a small pressure tank. The main water comes from this line here, outside under the ground, and goes in this tank and feeds all the house. Originally the pump was on top of the tank, but since I have too much, I have about 100 feet of water line from the well to the pump. Then we put the pump in the well, just 3 feet above the water level. So, because these pumps are stronger when they push than if they were about to pump the water inside. So a pump like this will draw about 8 amps. It's one of the things that draws the most power out of my system. but our system can handle it easily, so it's not a big deal for us. And here we have the inverter charger that converts the solar power into 120 volt power. And there's the batteries that feeds the place. These are AGM batteries. They're not lithium, so you cannot go below 50% of their capacity. So they're 125 amp batteries, 6 of them connected in parallel. Gives enough power for our needs. And here it's the Harvey furnace that I installed to keep the place warm in big freezing temperatures. I just set the thermostat at 10 degrees, and it starts when it needs to just keep the place warm enough so the pipes don't freeze. So upstairs we have our main room. It's a wide open space. We have our bed there. We don't have wardrobe, so we put our clothes on poles like this. It was always like that, but there was lots of bunk beds and carpet everywhere because the previous owner used it as his hunting cabin. So here we have a little balcony with a little view on the lake. When you live off-grid, it makes you think more that you have to be careful with your consumption, and after that it can be easier. But if you're someone that always play a Nintendo and watch the TV, then you'll have trouble because you'll have to have a very big battery bank and it can cost a lot of money. For people that have small needs, it's perfect. There's a lot of things to consider about when you live off-grid. At first, when I bought the place, I had no clue. I just saw the place with the wild nature with nothing around, so I fell in love with it. But after that, I found out there's a couple things to think about. The weather is a big thing, and the sun. If there's no sun, you have to make sure you have a gas for your generator. Make sure you have your wood pile up and your wood shed for the winter months. And you always have to be ready for things that breaks, but that's normal with every household. It's not for everyone. You have to be handy. You have to be willing to learn new things too. So you have to be good with the maintenance of your machines. Since I've been here, I go to work in the city, but I come back here. People in the city, they don't see me often. I stay around here and fixing the place and fixing the land. And there's always something to do. If you're someone who likes doing things around the place, off-grid is good for you. But if you're someone who doesn't like to wake up at night and put the wood in the wood stove or shovel the solar panels, then it seems cool, the off-grid living, but you have to rethink twice.
I hope you liked the video, and if you have any question, use the section comment below. Otherwise, you know what to do, and see you soon!